Today, I want to talk to you guys about one of the things that I recommend my clients do in their mental health journey. This channel is all about faith and mental health so that we can understand how much God really cares about our mental wellness. One of the first things I recommend my clients do is to do a scanning of their space. And your space is where you live. You may live with others, you may live by yourself. So when I encourage my clients to do a scanning of their space, I mean anything that they own. And so when they go ahead to scan their space, what I recommend my clients do is identify items that do not make them feel happy, that make them feel depressed, that make them feel anxious, stressed, frustrated, anything in the category of uncomfortable emotions. I ask my clients to identify these items, and if they can, throw them out. You don't want them. You don't want to own things that encourage discouragement. You want to do away with these items. So I also ask my clients to choose 3, 2, or 1 item that they want to bring to their next session to explore in therapy. Because what we're going to find is that some of these items are attached to a possible trauma experience. It reminds them of a certain person or certain situation that triggers the anxiety, that triggers the depression. And so it is very important that in the therapy session that we explore these items and understand the story behind it. It gives me and the client insight towards the attachments on this item. What's happening? It provides a story. It gives a visual representation of what may be the things that are triggering the depression, the anxiety, the anger, etc. And furthermore, after we explore it, after we have done a deep dive on these items, the next thing I encourage my clients to do is to toss it out. Do away with these items. You don't want to dwell with these items in your home. You want to create an oasis in your home. This is the place where you rest, not the place where you want to be the most challenged and wrestling. And usually the wrestling happens in our home, specifically at night when we're trying to sleep. And so what we want to do is create a safe space in our home. And sometimes items in our home are the things that are contributing to the mental health distress that we may be experiencing. So doing a scanning of your space is so important when beginning therapy, when midway in therapy, or throughout your journey in life. It is very important that you do a scanning and that you assess what is it that I own that most likely is not encouraging me, that is not helping me move forward. I want to do away with this. I want to be released from these things. Clients of mine who are believers in Jesus Christ, I take a slight different approach to this activity. What I would encourage my clients to do before doing a scanning of their space and throwing away items is to first pray before this happens and pray this prayer. Jesus, I want to see what you see. I want to hear what you hear. I want to feel what you feel. Show me the things that are disguised as good that may be actually contributing to the mental health distress I'm experiencing. And yes, I said disguise. If you have been this person that has purchased items because it promised you peace, it promised you prosperity, it promised you anything good that you're seeking, in reality, what's behind these items, these jewelry pieces, these statues that are sold as a piece to bring peace, in reality, the opposite is happening. There's no peace that any of these items can provide. And so it is very important that we scan for these things and in prayer, ask God to show you the things that may be disguised as peace, but is very much a false representation of peace. You want to do away with these things. What's beautiful about this is that when we collaborate with the Holy Spirit to restore our mental health, He will show us things that our natural human nature is not capable to identify. When we ask the Holy Spirit to come in and scan our space, He will show us the things that are in the dark. It's like a flashlight going into a room that is dark, but you want to find that mystery item. The Holy Spirit is your flashlight. He will scan. He will support you as you scan your room, show you what's disguised and what's actually a false representation of whatever it is that you're seeking. I remember recently going to a clothing store seeking for a basic item, and I found the piece that I liked, and I didn't think about it. I just grabbed it. I got on the line, and as I was on the line, I started assessing the item and just, looking at it, imagining myself wearing it and styling myself with this item. And when I noticed on the ticket of the item piece, the back of it, where it tells you the brand and the size, etc., the branding shared a description such as lucky, something lucky, and it showed the lucky charm, the lucky symbol. And as I looked at that symbol, I started to feel a little uneasy. And this is me scanning with the Holy Spirit now. And I started to identify my feelings. And so I started to assess this item in prayer. It was a beautiful item piece, but the ticket communicated to me a conflict with this item. As I started reading more on the tag, it shared the mission of the brand, and it read something like, "You're lucky to have found me." Something along those lines. I felt a little weird, spiritually speaking. I didn't feel correct. I felt uneasy. And I said, absolutely not. I got off the line, put the item back, and left the store. Guys, this is so serious. When we're buying items in the stores, when we're out and wanting to bring things to our home, please stop. Assess with the Holy Spirit and identify, is this something that I want to bring to my house? Our mental health is so sacred. It's so important. And I don't want to give any room for anything that's going to come against my peace. Anything. I mean anything. And so this is why this is one of the things that I encourage my clients to do, is because many times we only focus on the internal factors or the past, and we fail sometimes to assess that in our external environment, in the random everyday items that dwell with us on a day-to-day, are impacting our mental wellness. This is something very serious. I have had clients show me items that are like, I did not know that this was in my room. I can't believe that I never noticed this. Scan your space and create an oasis in your home so that we can support our mental wellness to be strengthened, empowered, at peace, so that we can be restored in the mind, in our body, in our spirit. This is what God's intention is for us, to be at peace. Today, collaborate with the Holy Spirit. Ask Him to show you your space. And if there's anything in the room that is not honoring to Him, if there's anything in the room that dishonors God, that is actually a false representation of what you're seeking, get rid of it. Do not attach yourself to it. Your mental wellness, your peace is too important. Well, guys, this is what I want to share with you guys on one of the things that I highly suggest my clients do in therapy. It is super important. I encourage you to try it out as well. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share this with anyone you believe will benefit. Check out my other videos where I speak about faith and mental health. Until next time, goodbye.